to move a chart. Whenever you insert a new chart, it will appear as an object on the same worksheet that contains its source data. Alternatively, you can move the chart to a new worksheet to help keep your data organized. Step 1. Select the chart you want to move. Step 2. Click the Design tab, then select the Move Chart command. Step 3. The Move Chart dialog box will appear. Select the desired location for the chart. In our example, we'll choose to move it to a new sheet, which will create a new worksheet. Step 4. Click OK. Step 5. The chart will appear in the selected location. In our example, the chart now appears on a new worksheet. Keeping charts up to date. By default, when you add more data to your spreadsheet, the chart may not include the new data. To fix this, you can adjust the data range by simply click the chart, and it will highlight the data range in your spreadsheet. You can then click and drag the handle in the lower right corner to change the data range. If you frequently add more data to your spreadsheet, it may become tedious to update the data range. Luckily, there is an easier way. Simply format your source data as a table, then create a chart based on that table. When you add more data below the table, it will automatically be included in both the table and the chart, keeping everything consistent and up to date. Working on chart elements. You can add or change many chart components such as axis titles, chart title, data labels, data table, grid lines, and legends using the Add Chart Element option. Click Add Chart Element in the Chart Layouts group and select the required options from there. Chart Title. Chart title options are None, Above Chart, and Centered Overlay. Click on Above Chart and the chart title text box will be added to the chart. To edit the title, double-click the placeholder and type the text. Axis Title. Axis Title options allows you to add titles along the x-axis and y-axis. To add an x-axis title, click Axis Title, Primary Horizontal. Double-click the X-axis title box and change the title to name of the candidates. To add Y-axis title, click Axis Title, Primary Vertical. Double-click the Y-axis title box and change the title to Marks Obtained. The chart will now look as shown in the following figure. Legends. Legends display a drop-down list with many options. You can hide the legend by clicking None. Click Legend Left. The legend will be placed to the left of the chart. Data Labels. You can display the value of each column on the chart. Click Data Labels and choose the label location. Here we have chosen Outside End. The chart will look as shown in the figure. Data Table. The Data Table option adds a table with the data to the chart. Click Data Table with Legend Keys. The chart will look as shown in the following figure. Grid Lines. Grid lines in the axis group allows you to specify how grid lines should be displayed on the chart. Major grid lines are always at large intervals. Minor grid lines are at smaller intervals. For both horizontal and vertical grid lines, the options available are Primary Major Horizontal, Primary Major Vertical, Primary Minor Horizontal, and Primary Minor Vertical. Format tab options. The commands for formatting text and numbers in a chart are available on the Format tab. Click on the chart title to select it. Click the Text Fill drop-down menu arrow in the Word Art Styles group and select Blue from the drop-down color. Similarly, make the axis title orange in color. Select the chart as a whole by clicking it. Click the Shape Fill drop-down menu arrow in the Shape Styles group and select a color from the drop-down color. Shape Fill will set the background color for the chart. Fill the background with the orange color and the chart will look as shown below in the figure. Creating a combo chart. Combination charts in Excel let you present and compare two different data sets that are related to each other in a single chart. When you create a regular chart in Excel, it usually has only one x-axis and one y-axis. But with combination charts, you can have two y-axes, which allows you to have two different type of data points in the same chart. For example, you may be interested in plotting the annual revenue numbers of a company and at the same time also be able to show how the profit margin has changed. Steps to create a column chart are as follows. Step 1. Select the data range A1 to C5 as shown below. Step 2. Click the Insert tab. In the Charts group, click Recommended Charts. The Insert Chart dialog box appears. Step 3. Click the All Charts tab. Step 4. In the list of chart types, click Combo. Step 5. For the weight, select Clustered Column as the chart type. Step 6. For the height, select Line as the chart type and click the Secondary Axis checkbox. Step 7. Click OK to insert the chart. Give title as Weight and Height Comparison. The chart will look as shown below in the figure. Sparklines. Introduction. Sometimes you may want to analyze and view trends in your data without creating an entire chart. Sparklines are miniature charts that fit into a single cell. Because they are so compact, it's easy to include several sparklines in a workbook. Types of sparklines. There are three different types of sparklines: line, column, win, or loss. Line and column work the same as line and column charts. Win or loss is similar to column, except it only shows whether each value is positive or negative instead of how high or low the values are. All three types can display markers at important points, such as the highest and lowest points, to make them easier to read. To create a sparkline, follow these steps. Step 1. Select the cells that will serve as the source data for the first sparkline. In our example, we'll select the cell range B2 to G2. Step 2. Select the Insert tab, then choose the desired sparkline from the Sparklines group. In our example, we'll choose Line. Step 3. The Create Sparklines dialog box will appear. Use the mouse to select the cell where the sparkline will appear, then click OK. In our example, we'll select cell H2 and the cell reference will appear in the Location Range field. Step 4. The sparkline will appear in the specified cell. Step 5. Click, hold and drag the fill handle to create sparklines in adjacent cells. Step 6. Sparklines will be created for the selected cells. In our example, the sparklines show clear trends in sales over time for each salesperson in our worksheet. Keywords. X-axis, the horizontal axis of a chart, usually called as category axis. Y-axis, the vertical axis of a chart, usually called as value axis. Chart, a pictorial representation of data. Chart area, the area in a chart where all the chart components are found. Data label, a label that provides additional information about a data maker. Data table, all the data points from which a chart is derived. Quick recap. We can create a chart in MS Excel, which is a powerful tool that allows you to visually display data in a variety of different chart formats such as bar, column, pie, line, area, donut, scatter, surface, or radar charts. Column and bar charts compare values across the categories. In a column chart, the category axis is horizontal and the value axis is vertical. Each column or a bar represents a single data value from the data table. Bar charts are similar to column charts, but the category axis is vertical. A line chart shows change over time intervals. A scatter chart shows the relationships among numeric values or plots points between x and y values. A chart has the following important components: x-axis, y-axis, chart title, Axis title, chart area, legends, grid lines, and data labels. Whenever a chart is selected by clicking on it using a mouse, two new chart tools, tabs, design and format options appear on the ribbon. Size of chart can easily be changed by dragging its corners using the cursor pointed on its corners. On the Design tab, you can move a chart, add chart elements, change chart styles, and chart layouts. On the Format tab, you can easily use the tools available for formatting a chart. A combination chart is a single chart that consists of a series which use different chart types. It may include a second value axis. A sparkline is a miniature chart embedded in a single worksheet cell.